Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee number 108. It is Sunday. There is coffee. It is morning. Got lots of news today, lots of exciting things, and I'm on time. It's 10 o'clock. What is going on? So if you are new, welcome. If you are here all the time, welcome. Good to see you. This is our weekly show where I chat about what is happening in Bad Squiddo Land and fidget in my chair and normally just whatever's on my mind as well. Although it's usually cool thoughts, probably. So we've got lots and lots, and actually all sorts of work content rather than just Annie rambles, but we have those too, so fear not, as I've put plants update in the notes there, so don't worry if you're like, oh, I don't tune in for the Bad Squiddo content, just want the general shenanigans. Just move some bits around. As always, I've been up since 6 o'clock, but I've been awake since 6 o'clock. I haven't been up, I've just been scrolling the internet and procrastinating, as I've accepted is now my Sunday morning routine rather than something to avoid. It's what I do now. So the big news is that the Kickstarter is happening. It's happening on Tuesday. I've just realised I haven't got my phone and I've got things to show you. You can study the kings and queens of England. So while I grab that. Here we go. Right, how are you all? How are you all doing? Hello, it's a nice gang there. I like that. So let's sip of the coffee. I'll get to it. It's all these notes. I've rearranged a DPD delivery because the time slot was basically the show. So I've put that to tomorrow, so there won't even be a rude interruption when it goes boom. Today I have the Forever in Debt mug, which is how I feel all the time. So there you go. Tom Nook. And I have a slight mocha, because why not? And I'll end up with chocolate mouth again. Yes, Mr. Tom Nook. Also, me witnessing, of course I would never share, witnessing a discussion last night in a miniatures manufacturer group with various, not miniature manufacturers, various industry people of various types, discussing how, well, having a debate, I got in there, on how you should never expect to make enough to live on in the wargames industry. She was like, well, there's a lot of people making quite a lot of money out there. It was more the positions. So I've accepted that I'm just going to be poor forever, but Bad Squiddo can still be successful. But it's more the paid positions. So if you're a games designer or a writer, an illustrator, anything like that, there's going to be people employing you that are making a lot of money, those bigger companies. So it's very much an industry where they rely on love for the hobby. So there's a lot of terrible wages out there for people that you wouldn't expect, that you think, whoa, that person's an industry celebrity that's been very well known. They're really not making much money. And that's the bad bit, because as I've tried to explain, yes, there are people making a whole load of money. They're the people not paying the people that create the actual product. It's not a sass on anyone, it's a sass on the entire industry. And I'm glad that I'm kind of not in that by being a lot smaller and just getting to pay myself the worst amount of money rather than anyone else. Obviously, like freelancers and all that's a different thing. But the people that are really, really important in this industry is it's crazy that it's allowed that if you do equivalent jobs, so things like if you're working in IT or something in a large gaming company, your pay is just so much less than if you were doing generic IT in a different company, non-gaming. It's really, really wild. And I saw some people just kind of saying that as the sad truth, I guess, that's the way it is. And it is the way it is because it sucks. But we should be striving to get people in gaming paid more. So there. I don't know where that came from. It's just me reading last night going, no. There is a low chance of you making decent money. There is a low chance. That's okay. But there's still people out there that are loaded. Anyway, what we've got there. Mum says she's going out. Okay. Morning, Mum. Catch you later. Timothy, yes, that was the that was the thing that prompted the discussion. But yeah, we won't mention specific companies because it's more of an industry thing anyway. But yeah, it's more that yeah, the much larger. So I'm getting right into it. It's the much larger aspect. All us little companies are all just poor, and we're fine about that. But yeah, it's the larger ones. It's wild when you think someone's created, you know, like written a game that's made a company millions and millions of pounds of dollars. And they're kind of on Tesco wages. And you're like, yeah. Anyway, let's we're there. Dun, dun. And not just war games. It's more like, and again, that's different. Like, I don't know what it's called. Tabletop gaming in general. Pay people properly. This is why I'm poor, because I pay them. It's like, but you love the hobby. You love for the hobby. Like, yeah, that's not gonna. Hello, landlord. I have a lot of love for the hobby. Tim says Tesco face better. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, cool stuff. This is when everyone that works for me then demands a pay rise. Like, damn it, why am I so moral? Anyway, so the big news is there's a big Kickstarter starting next week. A very big, short Kickstarter. Because it's been so long in the making. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention, because we pay living wage. The casters that we use are quite a big company, and they always pay over the living wage, which I think is awesome. And they've got loads and loads of perks for their casters. I was thinking about this because you have to put ethical, well, it was like environmental ethical stuff in your Kickstarter. When I was typing it, I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool too. So the biggest company we work directly with is the casters, and they're just the best. So that's like, yes. So super good. Yeah. Can you pay your landlord in lead? I hope that'd be cool if my landlord was a gamer. I go, can I just pay in like bad Squiddo releases? You can get them all early. Not gonna happen. Oh my god, yeah, so many of them use staff discount as a perk. I'm like, but we give you 30% off our own products. Like, oh, you're still profiting. Gary, you didn't miss a t-shirt reveal. There wasn't one, but you never will. Spoiler, maybe the full reveal later. I like that as a, oh, no. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. So now we started with an Annie rant, which is always a good start. Right, Kickstarter next week. It's got an awesome name that I'm well chuffed with. Out of my brain. Definitely not Damsels, which does also abbreviate to D&D, which was accidental, but quite handy, as that's the general audience I'm trying to entice with this. It will be running from Tuesday, I think 6 o'clock. I'm really trying to scoop some Americans in, so I need to look at the time and see what's a good time specifically to get the Americans, lure them in. I've got a feeling that, yeah, time zones and stuff. So I'm not certain yet, but probably about 6. And then it's going to run till Sunday evening. So not very long. What's that, 5 days? Because, yeah, well, 5.5 days. So that's going to be quite quick. So 5.5 days? No. Not long. Anyway. So you need to get in on it, basically, because it's blink and it will be gone. I've been working on this with the sculpts for about 2 years. just because it's been a bit of a side project. You know, the thing I've said about like Kickstarters is a bit of a what's the word? A roundy thing. So you do the Kickstarter to raise funds, but you need the funds in order to put on the Kickstarter, so you have to pay for the sculpts beforehand. And because it's been a bit of a side project, it's just been this sort of slowly getting the sculpts done over a little whilst other sort of bigger projects are taking lead. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think there's about 20 figures for this, but we're going to add so much more in terms of bundles for the older bits. Andrea says, time to see how many stretch goals we can upload in 5 days. Not many. I'm not going to have tons. I don't know if I've got it on my notes here, but there's, I think it's 3 stretch goals, but if it goes wild, I might add some merch, but there's not going to be anything else sculpted. It's not going to be anything else sculpted. So this is evidence that I'm saying this. There's not going to be anything else sculpted. Yes, Daniel, FOMO anxiety. That's what I wish to install in you all with this Kickstarter. Get the fear, get the fear. So what have I got? The Kickstarter is approved. It's approved. I'm starting to get a bit worried on Friday because it took a week to approve again. But luckily, last weekend, I remembered this and I endeavoured to get the Kickstarter, the Monday, not Kickstarter, Monday. Monday, yes, to get it sent for approval Monday, basically. So I had as long as possible, but that means you don't have to get the entire thing finished when you send it for approval. Stay there. But it has to look vaguely like a Kickstarter. So I got that sent off. But yeah, it normally takes 10 minutes to be approved. And the last Kickstarter I had to delay because it took about a week, I think. So I prepared this time, but still by Friday, it was still impending. I'm like, no. I'm driven by the fear of Northumbrian Tin Soldier with their horror story that theirs took 3 weeks. Oh, no, I don't want 3 weeks. Yeah, for $1 million, I might think about a new sculpt. Depends how good you've been. That'd be ace. So I've no idea. It's a sort of one where I know I've got in my head what I'd like it to be, but I've never done. Oh no, I have done fantasy, but it was Dwarves and Amazons. But that was very successful, and I didn't have many sculpts for that. So a bit like, could go big. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Forever in that. It's so you're always kind of chasing the next thing. So part of it is paying off because obviously the World War II Kickstarter paid to get them into production and to fulfill the Kickstarter, but then it's a whole bunch of codes I've had to then get cast for stock. And I didn't raise enough on the Kickstarter for that, but I want to get them into production as quickly as possible. So I've got the mega bill for the World War II stock coming up. So it's just this constant like rollover. But once I've got, once it's out and I've got in the retailers, I've got it all, it'll be fine. But just like, oh, one day I'll have the cash. But I don't mind, see, this is going back to my earlier rant. I don't mind living on beans because this is all my dream and it's all assets. You know, I might be living a bit poor, but Squiddo's getting stronger and stronger. It's all doing really well. And it's my baby. That's what I like. It's my baby, so it's fine. I can, you know, work myself into the ground and all that for it because it's what I want to do and my passion. It's when you're doing that for somebody else, for them to get the benefits, that's when it sucks. So there. We all know any declarative statements are always up for last minute negotiation. This is true. I'm saying this now. Oh, okay. Thanks, Simon. Everyone should mash that like button for sure. Oh, chocolate mouth. So, yes, I have been a working beast. I've written the word working beast down there to get this all sort of made up. So it's got to be done. I'm so glad it's approved. That was starting, to be a thing. I was really excited at the start of the week because I was going to go to Leeds Armoury to Viking Day because it's a launch of I don't know if it's Viking Rampant or like a Lion Rampant Viking thingy by Mr. Mersey. And there's some demo games and stuff going on. And I've been looking for an excuse to go there for ages. I've been there a few times and I love it. And I've really missed museums in lockdown. So now everything's open again. I'm like, oh, the armory, the armory. And then Friday, I was like, I can't go. I've got too much to do for the Kickstarter. And I don't regret it because I worked so hard yesterday and I was a corpse by the time I finished. And I knew that if I'd gone to the armory, then I'd have been really dead because there would have been socialising, travelling and all that sort of stuff. And I probably wouldn't have done much today. So it ended up being a good decision. I want to go there soon because they've got a new World War II thingy on there as well. And I do love it. So it'll be a really fun day out. But I'm going to wait till I'm not time pressed. So I didn't go, which I was sad, but I got a lot done. And I realised that I need all the time at the moment to get it all there, basically. Because Tuesday is not far off. And I spent a large amount of yesterday afternoon. What's going on with these? A large amount of yesterday afternoon working on one pledge bundle because I wanted to get the graphics right. I think I mentioned before, it's like you spend ages on the first one because it's how the whole look of it, and because there's so many images, I don't want to have to go back and go, oh, I've changed my mind, I'd like that to look slightly different, and then you have to edit all of the images. So the first one's got to be right. I posted it on Baggy's Cave, but I'll show you again. Where would I have put it? Hey, there we are. So I've made, and this is me doing all the maths as well. Maths. Oh, Fiasco at Halloween. Oh, that could be an idea, because I could go schmooze at Fiasco and then go, I'm gonna write that down. Fiasco. Because I could go schmooze there and do the thing. That'd be cool. So yes, I come up with 10 different scenery bundles. I'm trying to make people aware of figures that we've already had made, and get people into just go and sod it, let's buy a whole chunk of stuff. So I'm trying to make some really enticing bundles that obviously are still worth it for us. So it doesn't come across fully there. But that's what I decided for the bare bones. So that's like all skulls, basically. So it's, what was it, 109 down to 80 if you get all of that. So there's various different sizes of bundles and all this. And I was messing about with how I wanted the layout and all this. And it's got to look cool, but it's also got to not be too colourful and also be able to tell what things are. I put a load of arrows and it just looked really messy. So I'm hoping that it's self-explanatory, that it's the thing below it. But we shall see. There's always 10. There's no one is 10 going, what? I don't know which one is which. But I think that's good, and nobody else has said it's bad. So it's got to do another 9 of those just for the scenics. And then I'm going to do animal bundles of the previous fantasy things. So obviously like a bundle of Amazons, bundle of dwarves. But then see what else I can put into smaller bundles as well. So like a pirate gang, things like that. The Aldi rhythm. I like the Al Gore's rhythm. That's the one I like. For Al Gore and his rhythm. Jesters. I haven't put the Jesters on my list for some reason. Jesters, there we are. They'll be in there. But yeah, all the fantasy stuff, like already just putting the that bare bones pack into Baggy's Cave, there was one person who went, oh, I had no idea you did those. And that's what I really want to bring a lot of stuff to light, because there's so much in the range now. So existing folks such as yourself will be able to go, oh, I had no idea she did that. Or you might have seen it before it was painted and then not, gone kind of glanced over it. Now it's painted, you're like, oh. And I think the skulls are a really good example of that. I can only zoom in so much, but now you can see the detail on the helmets, that they're not just skulls. So there's dwarf, orcs, and elves, and obviously humans in there. And what I really like is them hand sculpted. They're all irregular. Because I was thinking about this when I was messing about with the picture yesterday, that I'm not anti-digital sculpt. We use digital sculpting, but I think it can very easily lead you in a certain direction. So if you're doing skulls digitally, it'd be far too tempting to sort of make a perfect skull, replicate it, move it around, if you're doing a skull pile or something, and just alter them. But you're not going to have perfect skulls. They're going to be bashed in by weapons, and just skulls aren't all exactly the same in that real neat. So I kind of like, though, like some have got lower jaws, some haven't. Some of them have got tusks, and I love it. I think that's such a wicked pack, and now you can really see it, and I think that's ace. I'll show you again, but I really like them. Painted by Carla. Yes. Even just seeing these with some paint on is really nice. And what else might I have seen? Oh, it's the first time the livestock remains has been painted up, and it's not been a brilliant seller, but it's one of my favourites. But again, now that you can see what the bits are, basically, I think that'll make a huge difference. I think it's a really good pack. You can just use it for loads of stuff. So yeah, so we're going to have loads of these dealios. So even if you're not in the market for minis, maybe you can get some scenics. We shall see. So we just cross some of this off. We're rambling away. Kickstarter approved. Working Beast, I've read this, which I also know is partly this week. Now I've learned the term hyper-focus. Yes, everything else has gone to waste. As I look behind here, and it's just full of washing up and clothes that need washing and all the, yeah, I've just been like, there is only Kickstarter. But with a short deadline, that's good, because it means that I'm actually getting it done. It does mean that I'm not having much of a break, but there will be a break, don't worry. I've just got to power through a bit more. So I'm heading to the office straight after this. I'm meeting up with Amy, Warp Fiend, and she's got a sculpt for me. And I said, you can meet the plants. So that would be nice. And that was my motivation to make sure I do, and I don't just do my usual go, buy all that, and then slope onto the sofa on TikTok. So I'll put another tea on. So I will be working all afternoon. It means that I haven't had a huge break, but I had a early-ish finish on Thursday because I was starting to feel it. I was like, no burnout now. So I went back early Thursday because Andy wasn't in. So I went and had a pizza on the sofa in a big slob out sort of thing, and then fell asleep. Fell asleep after pizza, not with pizza in mouth. Woke up about 1 o'clock, and then found myself, and then was like, I'm awake. But it's now the night. So I was washing clay beads at 1 o'clock, soaking and washing clay beads, and then making trellises out of bamboo and twine till I decided to have a little bit more sleep. So I'm just looking at the comments there. Well, not so much insomnia, just because I'd slept from the afternoon. Basically, I went, right, I've used all my sleep up. I was like, I can't really start the day now, though. So, yeah, I was up for a bit doing plant things, then went back to bed. And also yesterday, so I worked Saturday, and I did a full heavy day, and my eyes were coming out of my face. So I decided to pack it in the afternoon. Well, it was still like 6 o'clock, I think. But got back, and I had a really nice evening last night that I've not had in a long time. So I put what's going on there? Brain. Yes. I put the guinea pigs out in the garden when I got back, so the weather was good. And so they were all really happy, running around, doing pig things. What else? I had two ciders, 2 whole ciders, a pot of ice cream. And I discovered, because somebody posted Woody Guthrie on in the group, the Pavlyuchenko song, And then YouTube started playing that, and I was like, oh, I like him. I've not really listened to him before. But then it went on to Louisiana Blues, and it has awakened something in me. So I just had a mega mix of all of this different blues on. I was loving it. So I just had a really, really lovely evening, just on my Todd with the pigs. Just sort of like sat out in the dark pretty much. Well, the pigs went back in before it was super dark. Did them all their grooming and stuff. And I was just sat out chilling with some tunes. It was nice. Just feeling super relaxed. And then I watched some of The Day Today because I've never seen it before. I was like, what? Alan Partridge is in it? I had no idea. So I had some chortles to that and then went to bed. So that was nice. So now I've had a bit of a recoup, even though I'm working the weekend, had a bit of a recoup. So that is ace. And I need to do that more because that was really cool. Felicity, I've got some news for you that you'll either love or hate, and I'm hoping you'll love it. Can I access it on my phone? I can. I will show you the goblin. Let me just get it up. Bad Squiddo Games. Logging on. Nope, not that one. No, that one. And just chat while I'm getting there. There it is. Definitely not Damsels. The page is like looking pretty done, to be fair. It's the bundles that I need to do. Carla! Hello, yes. Preview. Where am I? Preview? Preview. There we go. I hold in my hand the Kickstarter. You can't see it yet. You can see some bits. So I will show you the goblin. There's just one goblin. And she kind of has boob armor, but not really. It was one that I bought sort of separately without designing, but I just love her anyway. But it's more like decorative armor, and that's what I like. So there's definitely not boobs in the boob plate, but here we go. Dun dun dun! So it's a bit like the pecs on that sort of Roman armor. Da-da-da-da. I was about to tilt it. It's a flat image, but she's got that sort of Valkyrie helmet thing going on. Dun dun dun. And she's called Fliss, which is a shorthand for Felicity. Some people like it, some don't, but I thought Fliss was good for a goblin. So hopefully you're not offended by one potentially using a nickname that you hate and calling a goblin after you. But that's what we do here at Squiddo. When I was looking through names, I was like, oh yes, I like that. So yes, you have a tribute. A tribute. Yay! Yes, it worked. We go, well, you're not getting my support anymore, calling a goblin after me. Doubly flattered. Yes, it worked. So, what have we got there? Just ticking off some things. Pigs update. The guinea pigs are okay. I'm a bit not sure about Karen. She seems a bit off, so I'm going to take them all to the vets at some point, maybe next week, just for MOT, just for peace of mind. Because if they're a bit off, it's a sign that there could be something. Because they're prey animals, so they don't want you to know that they're sick because you're going to pick them off and eat them. So they're like, no, I'm fine. I swear I'm fine. You're not, though, are you? So I just want to get her checked. Oh no, I won't go into plant update yet because I'll talk about more Squiddo things. So, what else can I show you from the Kickstarter? What have I got currently? 4 stretch goals currently. Oh, look at it's just me looking at it going, oh. I can't give away too much because I want there to be some secrets. Can I show you? I wonder how far I can zoom. There you go. Have a teaser. Have a skeletal teaser there. With some bits of word teaser. What? I have a very, very cool reveal specifically for you lot, coffee lot. So I'll bring that up in a sec. The pledges are going to be quite simple on this. It's either going to pick and mix what you want, and then I think there's a everything pledge, because there's no one been trying to work it out where you like, well, we have this many sculpts, and then this is the start pledge. I'm working out if you get 3 things added in, so like it's appealing to you, and this time, because it's a short one as well, I just went, do you want it pledge? Basically, I should just call it, do you want it? But it doesn't get you all the add-ons, because I was trying to figure that out, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to unlock. So it's all the main things, which is why I've got a lot more just straight away rather than as unlocks. So it's not very many days either. So I've held 4 back as the stretch goal, but most of it's just in a big just one big pledge. And then obviously, yeah, if you want to pick and mix them, as always, you can do that. So I've been aware of how much I do this. And I'm like, oh no, now they're starting to not go. This is me aging. The everything pledge is nice. Saves me having to do math when trying to get back a 1. Yes. And I also looked into doing those timed pledges, and I just like, there is the FOMO that we were joking about, but I really don't want to give people that. There's always the bit, that's what makes Kickstarter successful. I think there is that amount of FOMO, but I don't want to actually make anyone upset. Just that like a nice level of panic rather than full panic attack. So you can get pledges now where they're like timed, so you can do it for the first 24 hours. I was thinking, do I do one that's £2 cheaper if you back in the first 24 hours or something? I'm like, but then it always feels like if you come to it later, you're like, oh, I haven't got the best. Oh, they get better because they weren't at work at this time, or I don't know. So I won't do any of that. So it's basically going to be pick and mix all the things, with the unlocks being separate. All the things and a massive bunch of older things as well. And I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. But yes, don't worry, Daniel. As always, nothing's exclusive on here. If you miss out, this is why I'm not going to be one of those people that make tons of money. So if you miss out, don't worry about it. The stuff's going to be in the shop afterwards. You don't have to comprehend it right now. It's not till Tuesday. There won't be any minis that anyone misses out on or anything like that, because I don't do the exclusives, and if you skint, it's fine as well. People just being around here is good. Sounds really cheesy, but just that whole coming here every Sunday. I thought it was Saturday just then. Yeah, coming here every Sunday, not every Sunday. Just being around, sharing stuff, chatting. It's all really, really ace. So no one's ever obliged to sort of say anything like that. Just whenever you want to show up is ace. Never be Squiddo stressed. That's the goal. What else? Shall I show you the cool thing then? Let's show you the cool thing, because you'll like this. Where is it? What's he called? Martin Whitmore. That's the man. Oops, I haven't got the proper file up, so you've got it with the thing in the background. This is how she suckers you in, being all reasonable and stuff. Shh. Now that I don't feel obliged, you know what? I think I will buy everything. Damn it, they're on to me. So obviously it'll have a clear background, but this has been made by Mr. Marty Whitmore, who is the best. Check it out. It's our gang symbol. How cool is that? So that's going to be on a bunch of merch. And then I'm sure it'll end up on some sort of giveaways on the show now as well. It's just so nice. So you know, you can spend a couple of quid to have the badge. I'll probably put it on some t-shirts and stuff, and then you can just wear it around, or stuff like conventions. We can be like, coffee gang. But yeah. Oh, where did the fridge dragon go? He's here. He fell off the magnet, but still survived. Oh, it was such a strong magnet. I want it like, woo! No, it has survived. The sticker bit, I think it was, came off. Oh, that's it. Yeah, just because it's such a beast. So it's back on, but I need to properly refix it because it's humongous and heavy, but amazing. So don't worry, it's not. It can still works. Oh, you can't see it there. But he had been on the top of the fridge, so I have a feeling he may have dropped off. Andy put him on the top. I went, why has Andy done this? Put it back on and it fell off again. So, the gang symbol, we're rolling down the Nottingham Strip in our battle wagon, flashing our coffee mugs. Yes. And obviously, how cool is that going to be on a mug? Da-na-na. So I'm chuffed with that. That was a nice little... I just like how spot on Marty is with this as well. He's like... Yes. Oh, that's the point. Yeah, I'll get stickers done, and depending if they're fancy, they'll either be really cheap or free, so you can just say, can I have a sticker, you know, in the order or something like that. I think that'd be cool. What am I doing? 50p. 50p. Or like big vinyl ones, obviously. More. But yeah, a little Sunday morning. I just thought that was fun, and it's a nice little... It's a nice gang we've got going on, and that's just like... I love it. I just love how he's done like the reflection in the cup to show it's a nice shiny cup as well. And that the Squiddos are more of a mug guy than those like fancy cups. It's so cool. It's so cool. Marty's been wicked. Well, lately he's always wicked, but he really helped me out last week by when I said when he was going camping and he had an hour before he was leaving and managed to get some letters made for me for the Kickstarter. Like a sun visor. Yes, Peter, you need all of it so you are decked out. You know, like they're doing Lidl merch now. You'd be like that. Time to invade Bugman's. Yes. Yes, that would be nice. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I hope you all like that too. It's like a little club. So I'll put that on stuff. And again, that's not me milking cash out of you. I'll obviously put it on some high-end merchandise, but also, yeah, like stickers or something. So you can be there. And then I'll probably have some at shows. If you come over, I'll be like, what's up, coffee gang? Have a sticker. So that's cool. What else on my list? Bolt action. I probably shouldn't talk about it. I played Bolt Action. I wasn't a massive fan, but I shouldn't say that because I sell loads of World War II things. So it should be like, it was the best. Yes. Other World War II games are available. And I did only play one and I was very tired, to be fair. But I really enjoyed playing Iron Cross when we used to play that in Cardiff. I didn't play it enough times that I can remember anything, like remember any of the rules. But I really liked that, and I'm very intrigued by Chain of Command. But yeah, I think because I'm not a fan of 40k and it's very 40k like, that probably didn't help. Although it was nice just to be able to play with my figures, really. They were Andy's because he's painted up a really nice, really quickly as well. A load of the Soviets, basically all of the winter ones. And the guy next door, because everyone in Nottingham is a wargamer, the guy next door wanted a demo game, so he used the Belgians. So we had, but I had a really long day at work as well. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like play games. But yeah, he'd played 40k before, so he was like, aha, yes. But yeah, getting a game in and getting it was really fun. Just sort of playing in general, and yeah, Andy was there being like the master of dice, doing the dice picking. So I had fun, but I'd rather have played something else, I think. But that's probably not what I should say. Again, like, damn it, Andy, to be like, yes, this was brilliant, yes. But yes, so if you like it, that's also okay. What it is, I think it's because the last few games I've played, I've kind of instantly got into them. Like Gaslands, after one game, just like, yes. I'm going to be playing Stargrave soon as well, and sort something out with the North Star boys, because yeah, they meet up quite a bit to play stuff like that. I've just been too busy, but post Kickstarter I should have a bit more time. I'll show you the new toy, two new toys kind of. Well, I got this, although I got a blue one, and I got it, I don't know if I've showed this off before, but I got it for the office when I was trying to hack my mind to get things done. It's a visual timer. Look at that, way, because it's got a big red. You set yourself a timer for a task, so it stops me dallying. So say after this, I might go, right, I need to get the pigs done, ready so I can disappear off to the office. 15 minutes, done. And it just slowly, but it means you can glance it in because it's visual rather than numbers. It's really good. It's just been working really well. So I've got one at the office and it's been doing so much use for tasks to get stuff done. Go like have X amount of time to do it. But I've got an extra one. So this is the house one, mostly for chores and things. So yeah, highly recommend them. The fact way. So yeah, instead of just going, I will do this task till it's done, it's like, I'll do this amount of task. Or just like, I'll do this amount of task, then have a break. I was doing that yesterday because I was in full on like Photoshop mode and then like, I can't move. So this is ace. So yeah, get them. Visual timer. I need to be sponsored. Talking of handy things, this finally came. It came also in pink. As I was saying, there's loads of different brands. This is a Unbolt, but just put visual timer in, there's loads. I was saying to Andy yesterday about how I used to avoid pink things. One, because of internalized toxic masculinity, because pink bad, obviously. Also as the reaction to being a girl and being given pink all the time. So you're like, no, I don't want it. And I'm like, it's actually okay to like pink. So, also because they used to do things like phones and laptops, they probably still do, in pink, but it cost more in pink. I'm like, oh, pink tax. But this had a choice of black, white, or pink. Baby pink. So I got it in baby pink, and it is just as I dreamed. So, it's so. What's that? Does that do a thing as well? What's that for? So it folds out. Let me show you. You got to guess what it is. This is very heavy at the bottom, and then you can fold it away. So I break, and then that goes down. Don't break it. That goes down anyway, and it all folds up into a brick. And bonk, and then you can do that. You can do this. Push that down. So it can be, it's a phone holder. So you can hold the phone like that for recording your face. But the thing that I've bought it for is, come on, here you go. Before I break it immediately. Right, that goes down there, and that goes there. And then you can clip. Oh yeah, I can show you because I'm not on my phone. So you know when I do live videos, usually on Facebook, I've got some weird system, and then you clip your phone like that, and then obviously the camera's there, so you film underneath, and it's got a light built in on it as well. I do need to be sponsored for these. Got the right thing. It's got a light, look. So it's got a light, and the light drops down onto it as well. So it's perfect for me, because I generally do those unboxing type, and it's got a little remote as well that slots into it. Because I tend to do those unboxing, but if you're doing like painting videos or anything, it's just wicked. It's really solid. Annie's thingies. Yes, colour. So it's just, oh, you can't see it there anyway. But yeah, so it just stands on the table like that. and you can adjust it for however. Because the amount of times I'm trying to film things, and because you can't use a grab, because I want to be able to look at the screen as well when there's chat and stuff, and others kind of like cover the screen. But this doesn't, so I can see the chat going on there, and then I can do the things, and I can loads of space, and it's not going to fall over. Oh, I need to be sponsored. I'm good at hyping them up. But I'm also excited because, oh yeah, and it's kind of a cool bag as well that says, this stand is a meowsing. But it was one of those, it was an Instagram advert, which I'm a bit of a sucker for. And I thought, I was saying this in the live that let's just put it back. But I saw it, and I normally kind of see if there's an alternative, because you do get a lot of those knockoff products on those ads. I couldn't find anything, so I thought I'd look at the reviews, and the reviews were all good. And you do get fake reviews. I was like, is it one of those sort of AliExpress type things because you get them where they've stolen the image and the thing you get's rubbish and that sort of thing. So I looked at the location and stuff. It was all in pounds, and it said we're based in Cambridge, and I thought that seems legit, but also with a bit of a too legit. But I'm gonna risk it, because I thought if that is as good as it looks, then that's gonna be wicked. Let's risk it. And then got a I think it was Yun Post, a Yun Post shipping notification. And it's like, we're definitely not in China. Definitely not in China. And after I bought it, I got loads of ads for exactly the same things with different names. And I thought, oh no. But it's just one of those, I can't remember what the name is, where there's basically someone manufactures a blank product and people whack their logos on it. So it is actually really good, and I'm sure all the other brands are exactly the same thing, just in different packaging. So that was good, because I was just worried it might be a knockoff type thing, but it's wicked. And it didn't take that long, to be fair. Although it ships from, you don't have to deal with the import or anything, because it does ship to somewhere, and then ships from the UK. So it didn't take that long, to be fair. I don't know what it's called. So the brand here is that. Hang on, I'm moving some stuff around. But there's just loads of them. I don't know if the others the others might be legit or knockoff, but I assume it's just that like blank generic product that you can just buy at wholesale and whack a brand on. But it's really good. I can't remember. It was about 30 quid or something. So that's cool. I'll send you a link, Carla. Oh yeah, you can turn the phone as well. It's got, that's it showing it in action, as that cat is showing the meowsing thing. I'm really chuffed with it. So they're like, oh, why does it come after I did a mega unboxing? So I want to do a painting video now with that, because I think it's wicked. So I might paint one of my minis or something under it, just to try it out. So yeah, that was cool. My new toy. So that's ace. We got there. We're on 49 minutes. What's this madness? Cross up, new toy. Carla sent a mega box of things, of painted things that are all amazing. So I did a little video on Facebook. So if you're on there, the video will still be up, and you can see me sort of unwrapping them all. And I've got my phone like taped to something for the same effect. What am I looking for? Camera. Past all the guinea pig pictures, yes. So all this came from Carla. It's not a mega photo. I can zoom. So I love that big mushroom. So I did a little unboxing of all of that stuff. There's loads of photographs, some of it. Some of it needs to go on packaging and all that. So that also took me time yesterday, because I was trying to make the deal and then realised I didn't have the photos sorted for the painted stuff. So it was a mixture of using some of Carla's pictures, using some of mine, but not just doing it for the Kickstarter. So I always make separate files, obviously, for everything, and then I can make it into thumbnails and things. So when I thought, I took ages on this, I'm like, oh, I am adding new product pictures, basically. It's fine. So that was cool, and they're really nice. Thank you, Carla. They're really, really happy with them. She's got even more stuff. I've got even more stuff to send you as well. I don't want to overload for like, there's some more stuff. So I might just send you some because it's really good. Yeah. So thank you, Carla. Talking of painters, I got some other people on the go, some different people. We have Jenny, who is Voice of Kosh. Her thing on Twitter is bees, so I keep referring to her as bees. She has been painting up the apothecary. Show you that because not all of you have got Twitter actually. So she's been documenting her sort of work in progress. Amy's painted a figure for me and again is dropping it off in person later, which is amazing. Where am I going? My thing. This could be in my read. Sorry, I'm unprepared. Oh yeah. So this is her work in progress so far. I don't think you've seen this model before. So this is the Apothecary, yes. Sculpted by Mark Evans, and I love her. Look at her. I love it. It's just base coloured, and I love it already. I like some mix of awesome sculpt and awesome painting. She's going to look absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to be working with her because we've not worked together before. So she's painting on that. Everyone who I messaged last week about painting is immense because I went, oh crap, the Kickstarter's in a week, and then kind of messaged people and went, well, I used that awful emoji combo of could you paint for me? Yeah, sure, when by? Now. Sorry. So she's doing that. Pandemonium, Paul in the chat, he's got the Thief, which I'm excited about. Who else have we got? Geek Girl Bookworm. She has, what did I give her? The Knight. She has one, like Paladin. She's got one of the Paladins. I'm sure I had someone else. Yeah, Amy as well doing some stuff. So it's nice having some different people to usual on there, which is cool. John who does most of our stuff, is just full, like piled the Soviet army on him. So he doesn't get any of the fun stuff. He's stuck just doing relentless World War II, bless him. But he has got, I'm like, look, everyone else gets to paint all the like non-colour scheme, paint it nice and bright stuff. But you have to paint more infantry, John. That's your reward. So he is stuck with that, although he reckons it's not much further being finished because obviously then I've got to get all the World War II packaging, which I'll go into in a sec. And I know I'm going on a bit, but it's a good episode, I reckon. Though I say so myself. So she can be a mad lady scientist, but I kind of wanted a vaguely simple healer. And I think that's worked really well as not like, she's just a healer, you know, obviously also a mad lady scientist. But there's not many of that sort of just full on healer without them being, too elaborate, also like casting spells. She's just like your chemist coming along. So I'm really happy with that. And Mark's done a wicked job, sculptor, Mark Evans. He did 3 for me. Oh my yes. I've seen some sneak peeks of what he's doing for his own project soon. It's so good. So good. I'm jealous. I want it. And they're going, let me buy the sculpts. I want the sculpts. No, it's my own project. But that's good. So I might be stopping that. But that's a whole thing. Oh yes, I've had to upset the wonderful fantasy painting girls. Oh, that's a point. I need to message Angeli on that as well. Because I had to talk to Amy and bees about bases, and then felt like the worst person ever. So they went, okay, we've got some of those like GW bases. Is that cool? I don't like them. I don't like the beveled. I like a flat, that sort of base. I don't have any MDF bases on me, and most of the stuff's is on MDF roundies, but a chunk of it's on 2Ps. But the Renedra ones are just a bit too thin to mostly match up the other stuff that I've got. Oh, it's not like the whole thing is consistent. But my general rule for the bad Squiddo display minis is 2Ps or MDF. So then they both said, oh, we haven't got any MDF. I said, it's fine, just use 2Ps. And I think Amy thought I was joking. And Bees are like, what? Like, oh, fantasy children. I have to explain, because I never knew. I thought someone was joking about it as well. When I first found out that 2Ps were a thing, they're like, really? Put it on a 2P? I'm like, yep. Because it's pretty much 25mm. I know it's slightly different, but it's fine. So yeah, I had to ruin their world and get them to put their models on 2Ps. Amy was like, but it's defacing the Queen. So I pre-defaced it. So I said I can go to jail if we get arrested. I did the defacing. So I may have defaced the Queen with marker pen. But yeah, so that was quite funny. Yeah, and also when it's beveled, you don't get as much of the top, and I love putting all the tufts and things on. So when it's flat, you've got more to work with. I just like it. But mostly, yeah, like none of them are on beveled. I think the Ghoul Queen is, but other than that, they're generally not. So it just makes them consistent with the rest. Not a crime anymore. Yes, I do this too much. Yes. Don't worry, I know you've all got stuff to do. I'm nearly at the end. Nearly at the end. So yeah, 2Ps. And I'm running out of battery, so I should probably go very soon before it cuts me off. Right, the Wobble 2 Kickstarter is all done. It's all shipped. If you haven't got yours, it means you haven't any pledge manager, so check that. And that's it, I guess. I'm sure I've got more to talk about, but this may end very abruptly. So goodbye. Thank you very much. Share anytime you see this. Kickstarter, share it with text, because I've had loads of shares on that last post, but nobody's reacted to any of them because there's no text. Comment as well, and just tell everyone about it, because I really want it to go big. To just keep cheerleading, replying really helps Al Gore's rhythm. See you all later. I hope your day is wicked. Bye.